DUMAS is more than just a society for me. It is like a family. When I came to Durham initially, it was not easy to adapt to the new environment and a different culture. Now, the Malaysian society has become the comfort zone for me, like where I can always lean back and feel at home. It is where I see lifelong friendships and memories formed. Hello everyone, my name is Deepti Wai, and I stand here today as the President nominee for the esteemed society, DUMAS, with several pledges and aspirations to spread the wings of this society. Firstly, I believe that we should spread our unique Malaysian culture. We can first do this through the Freshers Fair. We can have a booth promoting our tasty Malaysian food, giving the freshers a feel of home, assisting them however we can. We can even offer goodie bags promoting our Malaysian culture, not only to the Malaysians, but also to all the undergrads around. I believe that first impressions last forever. By doing this, we would not only be able to attract more students to join our events, but also help them in adapting to the new environment and culture. Subsequently, I would also like to increase the bond within the societies in Durham. I am fortunate to have already been in contact with the presidents from various societies such as the Singapore Society, Indian Society, and also the Hong Kong Society. And they too look forward to collaborate with us for better and more events in a larger scale. By doing this, we would be strengthening our bond with our fellow friends from the other societies. Furthermore, the president from the Hong Kong Society and the Singapore Society is also from Stockton, so there would be no problems in communications. I would also want to further enhance the presence of Malaysians in the Northeast. To achieve this, once again, I've been fortunate to be in contact with the presidents from Malaysian Society of Northumbria, Sunderland, and Newcastle, and together, I am sure that we will make a mark in the Northeast and attract UKEC towards the Northeast region. My friends, this is very important as it will attract more career talks and will help us to collaborate with the many companies back home. Okay, now, what about the events here? Yes, it is my utmost concern to bring more varieties to the events here. Apart from the events that already have been organized by the previous Malaysian committee, like the Notting Hill Games, the Welcome Party, and all the Malaysian traditional festivals, I would like to increase the events in terms of sports, charity, and maybe have a dinner and dance event with the societies in Durham. And also, Durham is surrounded by nature. There's so many amazing places around us. So we could go for a day trip to Lake District, Yorkshire, and the many other interesting places. And for the sports, we could have some different types of sports game, like maybe a paintball or maybe bubble football, which is also becoming very famous. Yes, we can have all these events to also bond the relationship between Stockton and Durham. The people from Stockton and Durham, they only meet during the events, and there is no strong relationship between us. So I feel that we could have some informal events, maybe like just a dinner gathering, or maybe a badminton match, so that we can get to know each other better and bridge the gap between Stockton and Durham. We could also have a nasi lemak party. We could have some of us cooking the rice, some of us cooking the sambal, and maybe just have a picnic somewhere and hang out and get to know each other better. I would also like to have at least an event in Stockton so that the people in Stockton, especially the freshers in Stockton, does not feel isolated. Okay, now once again, talking about the freshers, this brings me to the pre-departure briefing. I would try my best to reach out to all the new students coming to Durham, counting the undergrads and postgraduates, and I would definitely continue the tradition of the booklet because it definitely did help me a lot. I would try to plan a time which is suitable for everyone which is suitable for the newcomers. I would plan in advance and tell them where and when I'm planning this event so that they could plan accordingly, and people from other than KL basically can also attend these events. Because I believe the pre-departure briefing is very important because firstly it tells us about the life in Durham, and it tells us more about the Malaysian society, and it's a chance for us to get to know everyone in the Malaysian society. And so that when we come to Durham, we would already have some friends. This would also attract them to further attend all these DUMAS events. Yes, now I realize to organize all these events, we definitely need sponsors. So I do have a few sponsors lined up, like the Tourism Malaysia, which has also been sponsoring other Malaysian societies. in the UK. So, but why should they sponsor us? We can prepare an actual package that different level of sponsors will have different level of advertising. Like for the Freshers Fair, we can put the company's logo in our banner. We can also, in the goodie bags, we can put the company's name. Since I'm promoting that company, they would be willing to sponsor me as well. We could also conduct events to increase our cash volume in terms of maybe we can conduct events like car wash, or maybe also a Malaysian food sale. We all know how tasty our Malaysian food is, so it would be better if we can have some homemade food, so that this would decrease the cost and also people would buy it since it's authentic. Now, since I'll be a second year of accounting and finance student, I would have quite a lot of time to devote myself to the society. And I believe a lot in teamwork, because I believe that if I'm alone, I can do so little, but together we can do so much. I want to create a DUMAS which does not only meet up during events, but also have meals together, laugh together, and create memories together. I want to create a DUMAS where the bond between us is unbreakable. And I'm also always open for ideas. Every single one of you can come to me with your ideas, and I'm sure my team and I will try our level best to pursue them. With my past leadership experience as a treasurer and a president in many societies, school and community-based, my passion and utmost love to the esteemed Malaysian society, I am determined to bring our second home to greater heights. DUMAS was once voted as the best society in 2009, and with your support and teamwork and the Malaysian Boleh spirit, we can once again stand tall and be the best society. Thank you.
Fellow members of DUMAS, I'd like you to reflect on your experience at DUMAS. The fun, the friends, and of course, the food. Now imagine how your time in Durham would have been with no DUMAS around. You may be wondering, why so serious? It's just hustings. Yes, I think while we finish our degrees, DUMAS will still be around. That's not in doubt. However, with less DSU funding, fewer Malaysian freshers, heavier losses at events, if Malaysians in 5 years are to enjoy DUMAS in the same way that we have, then we need to change our approach to these challenges in two ways: finances and people. I'll start with finances. Now, I'm not saying DUMAS needs to be a money-making machine. And I'm not at all criticizing the work that the exec have done this year. But ultimately, for DUMAS to put on the quality of events that we have enjoyed, DUMAS needs to balance its books. Two of my ideas for this are having an RSVP system and optimizing our membership structure. DUMAS needs a formal RSVP system. There's a lot of food left over at each event, which is an unnecessary expense which we can minimize. The question is not if, but how. How will we ensure those who RSVP turn up? Will you estimate a guest list to come, like SingSop? The short answer to the second one is no. I don't have time in the speech to go into specifics, but I will say, I'm studying law, trust me, we'll cover every situation. Moving to membership. Now, as a lifetime member from last year, I pay £4 per year. That's regardless of how much funding we get, regardless of how many members we have, regardless of how much the food costs. And all of those can change every year. Therefore, we must have a pricing structure capable of responding. Whether that means we have to increase membership fees or we have to do away with lifetime membership, I can't say right now. I would need to study the DUMAS accounts. Nevertheless, any new system would be fair, affordable, and financially sustainable. And don't worry, arrangements for current members will continue as promised when you signed up. Now, you may be wondering, Treasurer makes the final financial decisions. The President can only recommend. Why I'm running for President and not Treasurer is because my ideas go beyond just finances. Which brings me to people. Event attendance has dropped. we have very few today running for exec, and NXR didn't have enough people to go ahead. Why? Partly, it's fewer freshers means fewer members, of course. But I think deeper than that, we need more members who want to lead DUMAS forward. How can we encourage this? One way is to create more opportunities for responsibility with DUMAS and publicizing them early and effectively enough in order for people to plan ahead. We've had dance shows from Shivani, we've had magic shows from Jackie, we've had sports captains at Nottingham Games. If we take all these further, we can give people a taste of what it's like to be actively involved with DUMAS. Now, this is not about reducing the exec's workload. They will remain primarily accountable for their duties, of course. What this is about is giving everyone the chance to experience a manageable amount of responsibility and, hopefully, feeling inspired to run for exec, sign up for NXR, or simply come for more events. I want all members to feel that DUMAS is as much theirs as it is the execs. That DUMAS can only happen with them. That really, they are DUMAS. So to conclude, to put on quality events, DUMAS needs money. But equally, having money is no fun when you have no people to lead and enjoy your events. So to thrive, DUMAS needs both sustainable finances and passionate people. If you share my vision for DUMAS, then please vote me as your next president. Thank you.